Danang? Danang. Leila, where did you go? You were missing my classes, okay? Were you also in Vietnam? Thailand? Was it a good holiday for you? Okay, alright.
What's the cover at the piece? What's the cover?
Cover?
What's the cover at the keys?
At the
Piece.
quiz. You mean, what would I be asking, is that? The tips, you want tips? I'll tell you later. I won't tell you now because Layla is listening. I'll tell you later. Afterwards, I'll give you all some tips, okay? Is that okay? I'll give you some tips. JJ, your health okay now? Okay? Alright. What currency is that? Can I have a look? Can I have a look? Oh, this is the dong. They call it dong, is it? This is about how many ringgit?
Maybe
If you take it to Later, it's okay. Oh, really? Oh, okay.
just big.
Yeah, it's good to give some, keep some collection. Every country you go, keep a note or two. One more section, and then we do email writing. Is that okay? Okay? Lynn, okay? Okay, thank you, Lynn. Top 10 tips for making the most of email. Alright, let's focus back. I know this is afternoon. I know it's tiring. Alright? But let's focus. What are the 10 tips for making the most of your email? Number 1, turn off your email alert. Right? You have an email alert, turn it off, or else it will disturb your life. Is that okay? That's why I say emails, keep it in the morning, maybe before lunch or after lunch, and then in the evening before you go back home. 20 minutes, 20 minutes, 20 minutes, that's already 1 hour. Don't have that email alert on, then you have to check. Then you're doing your work, you have to check. Oh dear. That's very time consuming. Is that okay now? Alright? So turn off your email alert. Respond to messages promptly. Some messages delete. Some messages no. Some messages you have to answer. Those you have to answer if you can quickly. That day itself. Alright? Once you have read an email, it's common courtesy to reply promptly. If you are pushed for time and cannot reply immediately, don't feel compelled to do so. This will only result in a rushed message, perhaps mistakes, and it may not be as detailed or effective as it could be. Instead, send a quick note saying that you will get back to the writer soon. with a more considered response. This way the writer knows you have received the message and are dealing with it. So please be careful, you know. Not all messages you have to reply. People know nowadays. Some messages delete. Some messages you just read and know. Some messages you have to reply. Is that okay? Especially those important ones. So if you have to reply, do it if possible that day itself. If you cannot, then you reply saying, I will reply this email after checking with my manager. I will do it by tomorrow. Send us. Is that okay? Alright? So you have to reply. But you don't have to rush. Is that clear now? Okay? Okay? Number 3. Think carefully about the subject heading. The subject heading is the most important message in the email. Remember that. The subject. Alright? That one look, people read, they should know what is your email about. Is that okay? So subject heading, I will train you. Don't worry so much. This should give the recipient a good idea of the contents of the message and will make for easier handling and filing. Don't use subject lines like enquiry, help needed. These are less than useless and may not be read by a busy person scanning the subject lines quickly. So the subject line must be straight to the point. Is that okay? If you are applying for a job, application for the post of cabin crew, good. Alright? Don't just put there cabin crew position. Not clear. You are applying. Application for cabin crew, still okay. Because you are applying. That's what the email is about. Is that clear now? Alright? So please be very specific. Don't say cabin crew. Oh dear. Cabin crew what? Are you applying? Are you complaining? Are you trying to teach people about cabin crew? Not clear. Can you understand now? Is that okay? So the message in the subject heading must be very, very clear. I will help you, don't worry. Alright? These are less than useless and may not be read. Okay. Remember the acronym SMART. Okay, all of you must learn SMART. What is SMART for subject lines? Please highlight this. SMART for subject lines. SMART. Coming out in the exam. Highlight. What is SMART? Alright, when you are writing subject lines, use that SMART formula. What is SMART? S means it must be specific. M means it must be meaningful. A means it must be appropriate. R means it must be relevant. And T means it must be thoughtful. One look people can understand. It must be thoughtful. Alright? So that is the SMART acronym for subject lines. Specific, meaningful, appropriate, relevant, thoughtful. Please learn this. Exam material. This is exam material. Alright? Or maybe quiz material. I don't know. Maybe quiz. Okay, Ruben, quiz? Ruben? Okay, SMART. Can you understand SMART now? Alright? Okay, keep caps lock off. I told you already. Cap lock must be off because they indicate shouting, they can be threatening, they can be rude, they can be, scary. So never have cap locks on, cap locks off. Is that clear now? Alright? Get your greeting and closing right. Greeting, hi, good morning. Closing, thank you, kind regards, Yumi. Is that okay? Closing. Okay? Send a CC to those who need to know. Not to everyone you know. Like I told you, CC only for people who should know. Not CC to everybody in Korea or in Malaysia. Right? So never send to everybody. Not necessary. Right? Check your message carefully and get it right first time. So every time, okay, there's no second chance with emails. Once you hit send, it will be the recipient's mailbox within seconds. If you don't check it carefully, it may result in the inevitable ding-dong that we all know rather too well. Alright, so when you click send, that means the message is sent. So before send, please check. That's what I'm trying to say. Do regular housekeeping, we told you already, alright, which is you need to keep, which you need to save, and which you need to delete. Delete, delete, don't keep. Alright? Take pride in your message. Yeah, be proud of your message. When composing on screen, it is easy to allow sentences to become very long. Don't have very long sentences, alright? Make an effort to keep sentences short and simple. Keep your sentences short and simple, and check with syntax. Syntax means the meaning, right? The more pride you take in your message composition, the more successful you will be in being understood and achieving the desired results. Okay? Don't panic. Right? You can always pick up the phone. So if there is something very urgent, something sensitive, something that needs to be handled in a proper manner, don't send emails. Better call. Better call and talk to the person so that you can discuss and get a decision. Is that clear now? Okay? Can? Alright? Okay, building relationships online, I will do in the next lesson. Okay, can we go into some email writing? Okay?